This video is the most important video that anyone creating a crypto project and a crypto token is going to watch. If you're not creating a crypto project or crypto token, it's still going to be an interesting watch for you because I'm going to tell you what really grows a crypto project. So if you're buying crypto, investing in crypto, you're going to be able to have that edge and look into the crypto project to see whether it's going to be successful from a growth perspective. The first thing I want to clarify is all I've done for the last 3.5 years is help projects launch and grow via my best-in-class growth consultancy company, Magnet. We've worked with dozens of projects, combined market caps of over $1 billion. Check us out if you want to have a little look at what we do, but that's where this all comes from. Doing this every single day, being in the crypto growth trenches. And what that's led to is I always think that someone who really understands something can make it so simple and explain it in few words. Someone who doesn't understand something takes a lot to be able to explain something. So I don't know if that makes any sense, but that's why we can get down a crypto growth framework into 4 simple steps, as opposed to someone saying, oh, to grow crypto, you need this 100-page strategy. No. If you really understand the game, you've tried everything, you can explain it in a very simple process. And that is what I'm going to do here. It's the Quadfecta of Crypto Growth. And this is one of the inventions that's come out of the Magnet laboratory. Because at Magnet, yes, we help projects launch and grow through the Magnet Studio, but then we have the laboratory where we're inventing new growth frameworks and models to try and help projects in this space grow in the right way. And the first invention that came out of this was the Magnet method, which became an Amazon #1 best-selling book. So let's get into the Quadfecta of Crypto Growth. Very simple, 4 stages. The first stage is community, the second stage is token, the third stage is network effects, and the 4th stage is viral growth. Now, the first stage is community. So to grow a crypto project, you have to grow a community. And again, you can do this through marketing, creating broad awareness, being able to tell a story, getting people to buy into your vision, managing your community very well, engaging it very well. I actually have another video on my channel that talks about how to build, grow, and nurture a community. So go and give that a watch. But nevertheless, the first stage of the Quadfecta of Crypto Growth is knowing how to grow a community. The second stage is token. In crypto, the difference between Web3 crypto and Web2 is the acquisition in crypto often comes down to someone buying your token. Not just if it's e-com, seeing a t-shirt through an advert and then going to buy the t-shirt. That's acquisition, right? You've set up an online site and you've got them to go and buy the t-shirt and now you've acquired them as a customer. In crypto, a really important acquisition is getting someone to buy your token. The reason for this is very simple. If someone becomes a token holder, they now have an interest in the success of your project. And because of this, they're going to go out there and talk about your project. They're going to write content about your project. They're going to be active in your community. They're essentially going to create this network effect. And network effect is stage 3. And when you have a strong network effect, let's say you've got 10,000 really avid token holders who are all sharing this with their friends, family, their followings. They're creating great content. They're helping the community. This is what starts that ripple effect in crypto and creates viral growth. And viral growth is the 4th step. And when you have viral growth, all of your future community growth comes from that viral growth. So no longer do you have to spend hundreds of thousands on trying to build your community and grow your community, because your viral growth effect is doing that based on the Quadfecta of Crypto Growth that you set up and you mastered. Now, I want to take it back one step because that might sound simple, but the one thing that people get very wrong here is they neglect the token part. Yes, you have a token and you're building a community, so surely you should just acquire people to buy the token. No, the token now has to be extremely attractive for someone to want to buy, right? The chart has to look good. You have to have good liquidity. You have to have good token distribution. You have to have good volumes, good buying pressure. Like people, because of meme coins, retail, now really look into a crypto token. They really assess it. So if you have all the greatest community building activities in place and you're getting tens of thousands of community members, it doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to go and buy your token, because they might go and look at your token and think, that's not a good market for me to buy. And therefore they don't become token holders, and therefore they don't start a network effect, and therefore you do not get viral growth. A lot of marketers in crypto, a lot of marketing agencies, they will focus solely on kind of building the community, the awareness and so on, and they will never look at the token and acquisition point that creates a network effect and therefore viral growth. So you as a founder of a project, you need to understand that making sure that you've created a token and a market that people want to participate in is actually there, because then you're going to get the maximum amount of ROI in acquisition from your community into your token. Then when you're transitioning from token to network effects, you can set up different parameters to be able to really kick on that network effect. New incentive models and so on, gamification, to be able to get your token holders to start actively talking about your project. We do it a lot at Magnet. We build armies. So often when we work on a project, we have two communities, the main community, and then we have the inner circle community, where the most loyal community members are in there, are basically being made to feel a part of the team, and they're working for their bag. And at the same time, we have different things that we do within those communities to really make people feel like they're a part of this, because they are, which encourages them to kick on a further network effect. And then that network effect creates viral growth. So it's very important that you can loop that back round into the community, and then naturally the system will start again. So that is the quadfecta of crypto growth. And at the start of the video, I said, don't overcomplicate things when it comes to trying to grow a crypto project. Your community and your token are your biggest growth assets. Being able to have the quadfecta of growth in place, tracking the 4-step formula and how community members transition into token holders, into the army that creates a network effect, into creating viral growth and the loop back round is so important. And we saw this in meme coins. These coins have no utility. The utility is the community and creating the good markets that people want to go and buy the tokens in and so on. We have meme coins that are sitting at billion-dollar market caps that do nothing. We have utility projects that do a lot that are sitting at a $2 million market cap. The difference is the quadfecta of crypto growth. To learn more about the quadfecta of crypto growth, I'm going to drop a link to a PDF outlining it in the bio of this video. So feel free to go and check that out. Quadfecta of crypto growth. Get focused, and if you're building, utilize this framework, you do very well. Thank you.